Okay, so you have that Dhatu 18. So here is not base, is element. Okay, now you can see the Buddha use different terms. Earlier on is ayatana, chakayatana. Now here is a chakudhatu. So the same thing, this means that the same dhamma, right? So the I, sometimes we can call it pasada, right? Sometimes we call it dhatu. Sometimes earlier on we use the word ayatana. Okay, so different translation, different Pali, but actually it just means that same thing. So anyway, to get the 18, you need to know what is internal and what is the external. Okay. Then when you internal and external thing combine, then you have we call it the consciousness will arise. So the manayatana is divided in seven. So you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Okay. Right. Now Mano Dhatu, all these are technical, we call it technical. You find normally in the Abhidhamma only, not in Sutta. Right? So it's a five everything and then two receiving consciousness. And then the it's 76 chittas are the remaining, we call it the remaining 76 chittas are categorized under Mano Vijnana Dhatu. Right? Okay. Now, what is this Mano Dhatu? Okay, my element. So this is from the Buddhist dictionary. You find the Buddhist dictionary is a dictionary done many years ago, but it's very helpful. Any of the Pali dictionary, you just like this Mano Dhatu. Right. So you click here. So sometimes you can find it, or you can go online also can find it. All right. So any of the book you can find this. Right. So it does not apply to whole of the consciousness, but designates only that special elements of consciousness which first at the beginning in the process of sense perception perform the function of advertence avajana to the sense object, and then after twice having become conscious of it perform the function of reception samadhichana. Okay, so basically what is manodhatu? Manodhatu is in the viti process. Okay, now if viti process, remember before the before, okay, so before the I consciousness arise, there will be Fido everything. And then after the I consciousness arise, there will be the Sampatichana, receiving consciousness. So that's the special function of these two. Okay. So Fido, after Fido, then the I consciousness. After I consciousness disappear, then they will be receiving here, Sampatichana, then they will be uh receiving, investigating, determining. All right. So there's a process. Manodato happen in the VT process. Okay. Right. Anyway, all these are special category only, right? And what's the purpose of having the like just now ayatana is 12. Okay. Now why do we need to contemplate 18? Right. One advantage is you can contemplate the consciousness that arise based on the I and then the visible form. There's a I consciousness and so on. So it's a very good to contemplate. And in the fundamental Abhidhamma, it say this is the purpose of this one is the element, the Buddha taught the element to those who are confused about the nama and rupa. Right. So you find this information at the page 2 at 5. Right. So if you are confused about nama rupa, you can contemplate the element. So the purpose is the purpose of contemplating dhatu element is for those who are confused about nama and rupa, right? So That's the purpose here. So after you do this, like just now, you need to identify which is nama and lupa. Very easy. So here, internal element will be under lupa. External also under lupa, except the dhamma, right? So all these are under the lupa. So I will use another color. Just now I use what color? Oh yeah. Okay. So this one is under lupa. So ear also, nose also lupa, tongue also lupa, body also lupa. Okay. Visible object also lupa. Sorry. What happened to the notes just now? Okay. Okay. So this also lupa. So sound also lupa. Smell lupa. Taste also lupa. Touch also lupa. Now dhamma. Dhamma is under nama and lupa. Okay. It's a mix between two. And then this one will be under eye consciousness, under the nama. Okay. So this ear consciousness, nose, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, my element. Okay. My consciousness element, mano, vijnana, dhatu is also the bar, right? So only this one. So this is belong to both. Right? And what is a dhamma dhatu? Dhamma dhatu should be same with just now. All right. Here the book didn't mention. All right. But dhamma dhatu should be same with the this one. Okay. Earlier on. Manayat dhamma yatana. Okay. Then should be this one. Okay. That's how you when you learn about dhatu, first learn about 18 elements, then try to understand which is nama and which one dhatu. And only little bit difficult is because there are two specific terms, this mano dhatu and mano vijnana dhatu, which is more helpful when you learn the patana. When next time when we have chance, we learn patana, we'll go through the mano dhatu, mano vijnana dhatu. Patana is a very interesting and more deep. Okay, any questions? Okay. Any questions?
Actually, sorry.
Yeah.
Meaning this Mano Dhatu and the Mano Vijnana Dhatu, they don't have internal element. They don't connect to any internal element.
Yes, if you want to put internal also can, but they are under Manayatana, all right? Because you say Manayatana has 7, okay?
A bit odd.
Under the yeah. So
Susah.
it's better you put under this one, put under. But if you want to put internal element also can, up to you. Doesn't matter. This is how I do the table. But if you want to do another table, can also. Okay. All right. Anyway, this is what's the purpose of doing the 18 elements. All right. So basically, this one, mano, these two, mano dhatu, mano vijnana dhatu, I don't think we can contemplate in meditation because unless it's very difficult to know the thought process in detail. But what we can here is just contemplate the eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, which we can contemplate it. in meditation, all right? When you hear something, sota dhatu, and then why you hear something? Because the ear and the sound contact. So when the ear and sound come to contact, then the sota vijnana, ear consciousness will arise. Okay. And when you hear something, you remember it's a kusala. When you hear something bad, it's akusala, of course. But in actual meditation, you don't need to contemplate, oh, this is kusala or akusala vipaka. No need. You just note, okay, this is a hearing process, a seeing process, and so on. Okay. Any question? I stop. We go for the Four Noble Truth. Later, the notes I'll share with you all. Okay. Okay, now Four Noble Truth. Arya Satya. Okay. Chatu Arya Satya. Okay. Now, Dukkha Samudaya, Dukkha Nirodha, Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipata Arya Satya. Okay, so we go for book first. Okay, somebody read. Yeah, right. So call those who never read before. Uh, okay, Brother Lim, Toho Lim, can you read?
Sorry, I'm not good in totally no good in Pali lah. I can't. Very
Yeah,
sorry.
man. It's okay. Just try. No problem.
Ayo. Okay.
Mm.
Arya Satya. Arya Satya means noble truth. It is divided into four. Dukkha Arya Satya, the noble truth of suffering. Dukkha Samudaya Arya Satya, the noble truth of the cause of suffering. Dukkha Dukkha
Nirodha.
Nirodha Arya Satya, the noble truth of cessation of suffering. Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipadaya Arya Satya, the noble truth of the way to the cessation of suffering. Herein, the first noble truth is composed of all types of mundane states, namely 81 mundane chittas, 51 chittasikas except Lobha, and 28 matters. The second noble truth is composed of only Lobha as major cause. The third noble truth is composed of only Nibbana, but the fourth noble truth is composed of 8 factors of the path. They are mental states, namely Panya, Vitaka, Three Viratis, Viriya, Sati, and Ekagata, which associate with Mega Chitta. The 4 Mega Chittas, the 28 associate mental states, except the 8 factors of path. The 4 Pala Chittas and the 36 associated mental states are not included in the 4 Noble Truths. The end of
Oh,
chapter 9.
okay. Thank you. All right. So reach the end.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I couldn't pronounce it nicely.
Oh, it's okay. Your pronunciation is good. All right. Now, okay. So first, we know there are four noble truth. Chatu, four. Arya is noble. Okay. Satya is truth. Now, dukkha, you all know the word dukkha. Samudaya is origin. All right. Dukkha, samudaya, origin. And then the next one, dukkha nirodha. Okay. So cessation of the suffering. And then next one is dukkha nirodha gamini patipata. It's a long word here. So, okay, that's how you learn the Pali. So, dukkha is dukkha. So, now the word dukkha we can translate as suffering or unsatisfactoriness. All right. Then the samudaya means origin. Nirodha means cessation. So, dukkha samudaya, dukkha nirodha. So, dukkha nirodha here, the number 4 is a cessation of suffering. Dukkha nirodha is cessation suffering. Gamini from the Pali word gachati gamati, all right? Leading, all right? So actually it's from the Pali gamati, goes, all right? The root is a gam. So leading. Now, tipata. Patitapa is, okay, dukkha sacha of, patipata is the way. Or if you want, you can translate as practice also can, all right? Patipata. Like normally we say we have 3 types of dhamma, right? One is a pariyati. Pariyati means you learn the dhamma or teach the dhamma. Like now, what we're doing is a pariyati. Patipata is a pariyati patipati. No, the pariyati patipati practice. Okay. Another one is a pativeda. Pativeda. Pariveda. Pativeda. All right. So this is a penetration, realization. So 3 types of things here. So patipada is related to this word patipati, practice. Okay. So now we learn Abhidhamma is under this pariyati. And finally, after you learn, after you practice, then we reach the Nibbana. That's a realization Pativeda. Okay. So now we know this one. All right. So here actually when you read many sutta, so what is the noble truth of suffering? So it's in brief like aging, sickness, okay, sorrow, lamentation, and so on. I think there's 11 one. Okay. And then associate with the person you don't like with unbeloved one. Okay. And this associate with the person you like or the things you like. Right. And then finally, the Buddha say, in brief, the 5 aggregates of clinging is this one, dukkha. Okay. So in ultimate reality, what are these 5 aggregates of clinging? So we see here. First noble truth composed of all mundane states. All right. Here mundane here. 81 mundane chittas, lokiya chitta, 51 except the lobha, and 28 matters. So this is how we learn. So 81 lokiya. Mundane chitta. So 27. Okay, not 27. 51. Okay. Normally we have 52 cetasika. Here is 51 only because you need to take out the lobha. And then there will be only, and also 28 lupas. Okay. Now, samudaya is origin of suffering. That is craving. All right. So craving will be lobha. Lobha cetasika. So here is cetasika, not chitta. Right. So dukkha nirodha, cessation of suffering, which is the nibbana. And then this one will be so it's normally we say the noble eightfold path. Okay. Now what is noble eightfold path? It actually is a 8 cetasika. 8 cetasika. Okay. Now this one we learned in the previous chapter. I already talked about in the previous chapter we learned about noble eightfold path. So now to all, so which is we call it the 8 cetasika. Now to revise, so I will ask question. Okay, Sister Chai Hun. Now, what is the 8 Cetasika? Remember last week, I think 2 weeks ago, we already do the revision on this. What's the right view?
Panya.
Okay, Panya, Panyandriya, right? So it's 1 Cetasika. Okay. Sister Go, what is the right thought?
Vitaka.
Okay,
Vitaka.
Vitaka. Okay, yes. Brother Ko, what is the right speech?
Samavacha.
Okay, Samawacha. Okay, so these 3 is categorized as 3 what?
Virati.
Sorry?
Virati.
Yeah, Virati, okay. External. Alright, Sister Guangwa, what is the right effort? What kind of Cetasika?
Viyama.
No. Cetasika.
Viriya.
Yeah, Viriya, alright?
Viriya.
Yes, okay. So next one is easy. Okay, now Jen. Now, I think you only join now. What is the right for mindfulness, Cetasika?
Sama Sati.
That's the name. In Cetasika, what is the Cetasika? The name.
Sati.
Cetasika. Yes, okay. Right. And then the finally Simin, all right. What is the right concentration? Cetasika.
I only know Mandarin or
Okay. What is Mandarin?
一定性.
It is okay. Ekagata. Okay. One pointedness. All right. So this means that when we say when we study the Four Noble Truths, ultimately when we talk about the Fourth Noble Truth, okay. So that is the okay. So this is actually 8 Cetasikas only. Okay. That is when not in the enlightenment time. So in enlightenment time, it will be this to do with the Magachita. So you can see the text here. So this is actually at the enlightenment time. So they will associate with the path consciousness, right? Magachita. So this is the other thing. So this means that when you study here, the Magachita are not here, right? Then the Palachita also not here. They are not included in the Four Noble Truth. Okay. So not included the Maga and Pala. Anyway, Dukkha is 8 Lokya Chitta, 51 Cettasika, 28 Lupas. Dukkha Samudaya is craving, so Loba Cettasika. Dukkha Nirodha is Nibbana, and this one, all right? So this means that in ultimate reality, what is Nama? So this will be on Nama and Lupa. Okay. So this one will be on Nama. Nibbana is Nama. So this one is also on Nama. Okay. So that's how we calculate what is Nama and what is Lupa. Okay, we will read the text. Before we read the text on this Four Noble Truth. Any question on this? Okay, if no question, we go for this. Okay. Sister Jen, can you read?
Yes. Now we come to the Four Noble Truths or Ariya Satya. You all know the Four Noble Truths. Dukkha Ariya Satya, Dukkha Samudaya Ariya Satya, Dukkha Nirodha Ariya Satya, Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada Ariya Satya. Satya means truth. Some things that is true is called Satya. It need not be high. It need not be lofty. It need not be wholesome. Whether wholesome or unwholesome, whether high or low, what is true is called truth. That is why Loba is also called the truth. In the teachings of the Buddha, truth does not necessarily means high, lofty, wholesome states. Whether they are wholesome or unwholesome, high or low, if they are true as they are described, then they are called truths.
Okay, thank you. Right, so this means that even the Loba just now we see is under this Four Noble Truth. Okay, now this is very important to read about this. Okay. Now, when Buddha gained enlightenment, of course, he must discover the Four Noble Truths. Not only this Buddha, previous Buddha, they will discover the Four Noble Truths and also the Noble Eightfold Path. Sister Go, can you read this one?
My side is a little bit noisy. My side is a bit noisy. Is it okay?
Yeah, okay, yes.
Okay. So the Four Noble Truths are the fundamental teaching of the Buddha, discovered by him on the night of his enlightenment. These Four Noble Truths were discovered by the Buddha while he was sitting under the Bodhi tree practicing Vipassana meditation. When he practiced Vipassana, he realized these Four Noble Truths. These Four Noble Truths were discovered by him for the first time since the disappearance of the previous Buddha Kassapa, and expounded by him repeatedly during his long ministry. Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths again and again during the 45 years of his ministry. These four truths are called noble, Arya, because they are penetrated by the noble ones. Why are they called noble truths? What are the reasons given? The first reason given is that they are called Arya or noble because they are penetrated by the noble ones. They are understood by the noble ones. That is why they are called noble truth. According to this explanation, noble truth means truth penetrated by noble ones.
Okay, thank you. Right. Now, this text is here. Now you can see the Four Noble Truths were discovered by the Buddha while he was sitting under Bodhi tree, practicing Vipassana. Okay, so when he gained enlightenment, he discovered the Four Noble Truths. But what is it he says? The Four Noble Truths discovered for him for the first time since the disappearance of the previous Buddha Kassapa. Actually, all the Buddhas, they discovered the Four Noble Truths. But when the Buddha attained Parinibbana. Okay, first the Buddha Kassapa attained Parinibbana. So after the Buddha attained Parinibbana, the Dhamma still exists for some time. So when the Dhamma disappear, so we call it totally no Dhamma, and Four Noble Truths also disappear. So when the Buddha Gautama gained enlightenment, he discovered for the first time, means that because at that time nobody discovered. So he's the first one that discovered the Four Noble Truths at that time. Okay. So same Four Noble Truths are very important. You can see in many sutta, the Buddha taught in many ways, this way and that way. So basically, Four Noble Truths talk about suffering and then the reason of suffering. Okay. So Four Noble Truths is very easy. So sometimes the Buddha talk about this, sometimes the Buddha talk about craving, sometimes the Buddha talk about sensation, sometimes the Buddha talk about different way of Noble Eightfold Path, sometimes the Buddha talk about 10 ways, right? So many ways Buddha preach about the Four Noble Truths. Now, this is important here. Why they are called Noble Truth? Okay. So it's a truth penetrated by the noble ones. Okay. So this is the first one. Noble ones means refer to the Buddha. Okay. Now, there's another explanation here. Second noble truth. I think since we only have we can read all because it's interesting to read and also give us extra knowledge. Okay, next person. Sister Sin, can you read?
Another explanation is because they are the truth taught by the Supreme Noble One. Here, Arya means Arya of Aryas, the best of Aryas, the Buddha. They were taught by the Arya of Aryas, the best of the noble ones. That is why they are called noble truth. According to this explanation, noble truth means truth taught by the nobles of the noble. Another
Alright.
explanation
Yeah, okay, can
is because their discovery leads to the state of noble one. That means discovery of them or realization of them makes you become a noble person. That is why they are called noble truths. They are truth that will make you a noble one. Now the last explanation. And because they are the real, unalterable, undeceptive truth about existence, that means they are the real truth, the true truth. They are the real truth. That is why they are called noble truth.
Okay, thank you. So even the loba, we can call it truth because the loba is a real one. So when we have greed, we know it's a real one. So that's why even the greed also can call the noble truth. Okay, now this is just the explanation given just now. I just copy it because it's important. So the first one is the truth penetrated by noble ones. That's the truth penetrated by the Buddha. Second one is taught by the nobles. So it's a truth taught by the Buddha. So third one is when you realize it, you become a noble one. So you become Arya. And the fourth is their real truth by itself. So that's why they are called Arya Sacha, noble truth. So this is four explanation from the commentary. I think in some of the books also mentioned here. Some of you might come across this one. All right, so I put here. Why is it called noble truth? When we say noble truth, it's just not the other truth or simple truth like I want to go here, I want to go there. It's a truth, but it's not a noble truth. Right? I think this is here. Okay, this one we finished already. So okay, basically I think we finished this chapter. So let me see anything important. Okay. According to Buddhism, there are four truths and not one truth. Yeah, this is okay. Now this is important. We will see in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Okay, next person. Sister Ho, can you read this one? Yes. Okay. Sister Laura. Okay. Sister Pui Fun? Yes.
Yes. The first of them is called Dukkha Arya Satya, the noble truth of suffering. The noble truth of suffering is expounded as 12-fold. If you remember the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, you understand easily. Buddha described the first noble truth as comprising 12 things. The first is birth. Birth is suffering. Aging, getting old is suffering. Death is suffering. Sorrow is suffering. Lamentation, pain, grief, and despair are suffering. Association with the unpleasant, the unwanted is suffering. Separation from the pleasant, separation from those whom you love is suffering. Not to get what one wants is suffering. And the five aggregates of clinging are suffering. This is the Buddha explanation of the noble truth of suffering.
Okay,
Continue.
thank you. No, okay. Right. So now, five aggregate of clinging. So when we study this, okay. So when we study the first truth, remember we still come back to what we learned just now, the five aggregates. Okay, so panchu, padana, khanda. All right. So just now we already see 5 aggregates, but here is talking about the 5 aggregate of clinging. Cling due to the lobba and also due to the wrong view. Okay, so this is the one. So for this one, you have to go back to Abhidhamma, like just now. And this is the one like 12 ways we see aging, sickness, and so on. Okay. In the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. 12 ways, okay? 12 things. So 12 suffering. So let's continue to read. Okay, now what is dukkha? Okay, dukkha here is oppressed by arising and disappearing. It means that dukkha come here because of anicca, all right? Arising and disappearing means anicca. Due to anicca, then dukkha appear. So when you really see the dukkha in that way, you really understand about dukkha. Otherwise, you understand about dukkha is not deep. All right. Now, what is dukkha? Dukkha means due to arising and disappearance. So this means due to the anicca. Anicca will lead to dukkha. So if you understand anicca, you understand dukkha. So if you don't understand about anicca, you don't understand about the dukkha. Right? Not just this is a suffering, right? But actually anything can be suffering because everything will be has the state of impermanent, right? So when you have a state of impermanence, then this will lead to suffering. Okay, so this is a vipassana point, right? So when you're not like what you say, for example, you're not like seeing something, seeing consciousness, eye consciousness, then you see it arise and pass away. So it's also dukkha and so on. So that's how we should contemplate, not just normal suffering. This is a normal suffering, okay? So you should go beyond the normal suffering and try to see everything as subject to anicca, right? And when you have craving, we also should note the craving. So when you note the craving, it's a dukkha samudaya, okay? Of course, when if you don't get nibbana, you cannot note this one, okay? The third noble truth. But you can just think about that. Any cessation of suffering, or sometimes they call it, there's another term, they call it third noble truth means cessation of origin of suffering. Okay, this is a third noble truth. So this is a number 2. This is a number 3. So the third noble truth, not just cessation of suffering, but it's also cessation of origin of suffering. That means that cessation of craving. So when you have cessation of craving, then you will attain some peace and happiness. So at this stage, you might get nearer to the dukkha nirodha. And then the fourth one will be when you practicing, so you are developing the noble eightfold path. Okay, so that's how we should practice in order to see the Four Noble Truths. Okay. At this point, right? I think somebody read. Next person. Shinlin? Yeah.
Okay. Actually, craving is also dukkha. The name samudaya is given to it. We do not include it in dukkha. But according to that criteria, craving is also dukkha because it arises and it disappears. So it is oppressed by arising and disappearing.
Sorry.
So
Yeah.
it is dukkha. But it is singled out as one separate truth because it is the predominant cause for the prolongation of existence in the samsara.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, so this is important point here. So I'll just copy it. So even though craving is also anicca, right? But the main thing is put here because it's a predominant cause for the prolongation of existence in samsara. And okay, samsara. So this one. Okay. Now this is a long one. It's interesting. Okay. I think we need to understand. Now, craving, the loba. So we have three types of craving. You can find it, I think, in some of the sutta. So kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. So craving for sense pleasure, craving for continued existence. Bhava here means existence, okay? And then the vibhava. Vibhava means you can take it as like without existence. So it's called annihilation. So these are three types of craving. So you can find this explanation in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, Turning of View, and then the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Okay. So yeah, three here. So A, B, and C. Right? Now, the first one is any sensual pleasure, like you want to listen to a good movie, listen to sweet sound. So this is the one. Okay. Kama. You see this word in the Kama Vachara, the sense pleasure or sense sphere. And this one, the second one is it's a kind of like we call it with the view that you want to live forever. Sometimes we call it the linking with the eternalism belief. In brief, the other one, annihilation, is linked with the belief that after you die, there's no more of you. Okay, this is a very short explanation, right? So we read some more. So kama tanha, bhava tanha, kama tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. Right. So the first one is sensual pleasure. So the second and third one is always misunderstood by people. Okay. Craving for existence, bhava tanha, and craving for annihilation, vibhava tanha. Okay. Now this bhava here is the eternalist view. So is that things are permanent. So bhava tanha means the tanha accompanied by the views that things are permanent. Right? So this is important here. So it's a wrong view here because it thought that things are permanent. Mainly to do with like when we pass away, we thought our self, our soul will continue. Okay? Or you thought things are continue forever. So this is a bhava tanha, craving that combined with the dikkhi, wrong view that things are permanent. Right? Okay. So actually it's not craving for continue, but it's a craving which is a concomitant with the wrong view that takes things to be permanent. So this bhavatana. Then the vibhavatana, the third one, is a annihilation. Means it's the craving accompanied with the view that everything dies and no more. It's called annihilation. Once a being dies, he's finished. There's no more rebirth for him. So this is a kind of annihilationist view. Okay. So it's another wrong view here. So A is easy to answer. So you crave for good sound, okay, good food and so on. Okay, so this easy. So B, bawa tanha, is, for example, you think that like soul, self will live forever, right? Or when I pass away, and you think that I will take another rebirth. It's to do with the this clinging to the self. So the third one actually is a craving, but it's the craving with the view like I, okay, once I die, I am no more. It's kind of view like that. When I die, I no more. There's no more rebirth for me. So no more rebirth. So this is a linking with the link with the view. They call it annihilation. The view or annihilation, right? The view of annihilation. So this one is linked with the view of eternalism, right? So that's a detailed explanation about the second noble truth. I think there's some more here. Okay, I think that's enough. So we'll stop here. I think that's enough already. So any last question before we share the merits? Any last question? Yeah. Today our people are very quiet, no? Don't know what happened. Today is a lot of knowledge.
Sayaji, I would like to ask,
Yes.
is there a part 3 for this fundamental Abhidhamma?
No.
No, so it
Because
ends.
they are, according to this is actually written by Anuruddha, right? Venerable Anuruddha. So he divided it into how many? 9 chapters. I share the screen of Bali so you all see. Okay. So you go for any Bali, go for Atthakatha, Abhidhamma, not here. This one, okay. Under the Tika. Tika means sub-commentary. Okay, like Abhidhamma, it has its own Atthakatha commentary. So yeah, under this one, Abhidhamma Sangaha. So you all can see the screen, right? So the first one, okay, you can see we already start the Chetasika. This one I think we skip it. This is the thought process we go through, and this is to do with the 31 plan. So we go through some of them. The chapter on Lupa, right? And then Pachaya is like dependent origination, and Kamatana we will learn next week. There are some part Chetasika we go through already. And then there are 9 chapters. Okay. I think we go through some of them. So there are no third book. Right. And the fundamental Abhidhamma is only up to here. Okay. So if you go for this is a part 2, all right? So they are part 1, chapter 5. Okay. I think that's all. Okay. Other questions?
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Okay. I'm quite tired now. So I invite Sister Chai Hun. Can you lead us sharing our manics? I'll share the screen. Sister Chai Hun? Can you read Chinese and English? Oh? Pali, Chinese, English, 3 languages. Can see?
Sorry, I suddenly don't know where to click. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Imang no punya bagang sabasa tanam dema. Imang no punya bagang sabasa tanam dema. Imang no punya bagang sabasa tanam dema. We English or Chinese?
English and Chinese.
Oh, we share this merit with all sentient beings. May they obtain this merit and always be well and happy. 我们与一切众生分享这些功德，愿一切众生得以分享这些功德，获得快乐和安康。Imang idam no yatinam hotu sukita hontu yatayo. Inam no yatinam hotu sukita hontu yatayo. Inam no yatinam hotu sukita hontu yatayo. Let this Mary go to our relatives. May our relatives be happy. 愿以此功德奉献回向于亲人，愿他们快乐安宁。Akasata Chamumata Dewa Naga Mahidika Punyantam Anumoditwa Chiran Rakantu Sasanang. May all beings inhabiting space and earth, Devas and Nagas of mighty powers, having shared these merits, long protect the dispensation of the Buddha. 但愿一切拥有高超能力、居于天上与地面的诸天神龙。天神与龙愿欢喜之后共享此德，并保佑佛法长存。Akasata Chamumata Dewa Naga Mahidika Punyam Tang Anumoditwa Chiran Rakantu Sanang. May all beings inhabiting space and earth, Devas and Nagas of mighty powers, having shared these merits, long protect the teaching of the Buddha. Akasata Chamumata Dewa Naga Mahidika Punyam Tang Anumoditwa Chirarakantu Mamparanti. May all beings inhabiting space and earth, Devas and Nagas of mighty powers, having shared these merits, long protect me and others. 但愿一切拥有高超能力、居于天上与地面的诸神与天龙共享此德，并保佑佛法长存，保佑我及他人。Aruragoya Sampati Saga Sampati Mevacha Ato Dibbana Sampati Iminate Samijatu. Longevity, good health, a rebirth in the heaven, and the attainment of Nibbana, may you achieve this by this merit. 承此功德，愿您获得长寿、健康、成功，往生于天界，正获涅槃。Dewa wasatu kalina sasa sampati hotu cha, pito bhavatu loko cha, raja bhavatu dhammiko. May the rain fall at suitable times. May the crop be abundant. May the world be prosperous. May the king be righteous. 愿四时下雨，愿农物增长，愿世界繁荣，愿国君贤明。Ada imaya patipadaya jara maranamha parimuchi sami. Idame punyam asawa kaya waham hotu. Idame punyam tibana sa pachayo hotu. Idame silang magapala nyanya sa pachayo hotu. Indeed, by this mental training, I shall surely be free from aging, sickness, and death. By my merit, may I eradicate all defilements. May my merit be conducive to the attainment of Nibbana. May my observance of morality be a condition to obtain path and fruition knowledge，凭我拔正道的讯息，遵守戒定慧的决心，我肯定能够远离老化、疾病和死亡。愿我所得的功德帮助我去除内心的污秽一切恶念。愿我所得的功德帮助我体证涅槃。愿我所持的戒律与德行帮助我获得道果子。Imina punya kamena bame vala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yawa dibbana patiya. By this merit that I have acquired, may I never meet foolish person. May I meet the wise and virtuous person until I attain Nibbana, ultimate peace and happiness. 以这些功德业，直到正得涅槃，愿我不遇疑人，得以亲近善人。Buddha sasanang chirantitatu, Buddha sasanang chirantitatu, Buddha
Buddha
sasanang
sasanam chiran
chirantitatu.
titatu. Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu.
Okay. So, you all remember those who sign up for certificate diploma? Try to do your homework, I really want to meet you all and pass you all certificate. Okay. All right. It's a little bit difficult, but you still have 1 month for you to contemplate the dependent origination and patana. Read again the Abhidhamma and try to see it. Like Aramana, Hetupachaya, and then Adipati, and so on. Okay. Now, that's why I give you 1 month time. Okay. Jen, you're in Singapore, right?
Yes, I'm in Singapore.
Yeah.
Sayaji,
I will be
do you
in
have the
Singapore.
date already? Or you will come to
Yeah.
Singapore because I don't see Singapore schedule.
Normally,
I saw
it's
JB.
about second, after JB. After JB, then I will be in Singapore.
Oh,
Oh, no. After JB, I go to Seremban. So Singapore about 1st June. I will fly back to Myanmar on the 2nd June. So 1st June, I'm quite free. Yeah. So normally I ask my sister to bring me walking around in Singapore. So you can join me. She's very active.
okay. Sure.
Okay. All
Sadhu,
right.
sadhu.
Okay. Sadhu. Okay. See you all. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, Sayagi.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sayaji.